Hey there, it's a new year, it's a new show. This is the first full week of 2023. Have you set your goals yet for the year? Les Solgrove here with Simply Des Moines. This is the weekly show about Des Moines and Central Iowa real estate. The show where we talk about what's happened in the market and where we anticipate the market moving as we go forward. This is the show for the last week of 2022, and we're actually going to talk about December closed sales as well as the full December report. So let's jump right in here. This is basically, like I said, the month in review for December. This graphic is the metro activity of homes for sale. 2,127 homes currently on the market. Amazingly enough, there's still 43 homes over $1 million in our marketplace right now, 9 in West Des Moines and 9 in Ankeny. That'll be the battleground for 2023, I think. Sale pending wise, we have 958. So pendings are down quite considerably as we move into December of this year. They're down more than what we're used to seeing. But you can see that the lower end of the market is anything that really comes on in that lower part of the market under that $300,000 price point are selling all across the metro, with the $200,000 to $300,000 price point being the leader at 282 homes currently under contract within our metro area there. Activity by listing status, we have 461 homes on the market, 581 sale pending that came in. These are actual units that came on the market in December. So 461 new listings came on the market. 581 offers were accepted on homes. So we're still outpacing the new listing inventory in our sale pendings, but it would sure be nice to see if we had some more new listings coming on. At 879, I think we talked about that a second ago, 879 homes closed for the month of December. That's also down from about a year ago. Only 40 price increases in the month of December. And that's kind of odd because sometimes new builders will bring in some new inventory and they will bring with that price increases. That doesn't mean that they aren't still going to do that, but I think it's going to be sometime in January before we start to see these price increases on the new construction. Price reductions are the item of the day. 716 price reductions for the month of December alone, and that's quite a bit more than what we are used to seeing in the past year. This time last year, I bet this graphic was probably flip-flopped, where we had 500-600 homes increasing in pricing and 40 or 50 in price reductions. So that's just a sign of the times there. We had 136 homes came back on the market during the last month, and that's about typical, I believe, from what we're seeing. Especially you get toward the end of the year, we see some sales kind of fall apart. We tend to see listings also cancel or come temporarily off the market, and that's that last two graphics down there, at 149 and 48. The month of inventory by price range, where we have the most amount of inventory for the buyer pool, is obviously above that $1 million price point, going on 2.5 years of inventory if no new listings came on. Now, this is just a temporary blip. We're in December, and the large properties typically are not as active in sales until we get into that February, March, and into the spring markets there. But to take note is down under the $200,000 price point, we are still under 2 months of inventory, 1.6 months each for the $100,000 to $200,000 and under the $100,000 price point. $200,000 to $300,000 price point did jump into the even market, but at 3.7 months of inventory. And I expect that number to go back down as we move into early January here. So this day in history, as of December 31st, the number of homes for sale were 2,794 versus 2005. So, a little over 700, almost 800 homes more on the market as we end the year from last year. Our sale pendings are down by almost 1,000 at 1,320. We did end the year as of December 31st at 15,490. That's almost exactly 2,000 home sales closed fewer than we did in 2021, and that's was kind of halfway predicted after we got past Thanksgiving that we weren't going to hit 16,000. So, and then our offers accepted in the last 30 days. This is a graphic I started following mid-year or so, and it just, what I was trying to do was figure out is, if you see this number of offers accepted in a 30-day period rise, that gives you an idea that maybe the market activity is picking up. And you can see that we're about half the pace, a little over half the pace of accepted offers that we were a year ago at this same time. So closed sales year to date, 15,490, as I mentioned, versus 17,494. That's broken down. Existing homes are falling fairly behind last year, 10,650 versus 12,200. The rest of the categories were actually pretty close. 1,860 condo townhome existing homes sold this year versus 2,068, so a couple hundred difference there. New construction homes, even though we've seen an increase in new listings, it also was a little bit behind pace of last year by about 300 properties. The new condo townhomes actually bucked the trend, and they actually sold more in the new condo townhomes at 632 versus 595 of a year ago. Homes for sale by price range, again, this is all across the entire market here. By far, in the month of December, the bulk of the homes we have priced in the market as of the last day of the month were that $300,000 to $400,000 price point. Some of that is new construction entry point, and then under that $300,000 price point at 614. That's a good sign that we're seeing that number kind of begin to grow, because that's where it needs to grow to allow the move-up buyers to buy the inventory, and then the move-up sellers to jump into the marketplace. Same thing goes for the December under contract by price range. We're seeing the most of the homes that went under contract in December were under that $300,000 price point, 168 for the 2 to 3 and 196 for the 100 to $200,000 price points. This is just a year-over-year graphic showing you the black trend line, or black line is last year, 2021. And it just shows you that we have been consistently behind after about February every single week throughout the rest of the year here. So you can see we have followed just basically just behind last year. And I do believe that 2022 is actually more of a normal pace for our market. And we'll talk about that here at the when I run the end of the year market recap. I think I'll give you some ideas on, are we back to a normal market or not? And I think we probably are heading close to that. Speaking of normal markets, this is the market inversion period. If you remember when I created this graphic a couple of years ago, and we'll see the next graphic that will show it full going all the way back to pre-COVID, but by about week 30 or 31 of this year, we finally ended up with fewer homes in the sale pending than we had in the homes for sale category. And that's the green dots that are going up. That's homes, our inventory building, and the sale pendings dropping off. Ideally, it would have been nice to see the sale pendings continue to rise and maybe keep pace with the new listings, but we'll take what we can get here. We ended the year at 2,794 homes on the market, and 1,320 homes overall. This is all properties under contract. So we're kind of back to that normal. And this is that mountain range graphic that I've created. If you look back to the left there, you see COVID began in March of 2020, where we were in a non-inverted market. After that, around June, we hit, or April, we actually put more homes under contract all the way through mid 2022, when we finally crossed back across there. And so now the sale pendings are behind the green mountain range, if you call it that. So it's just amazing to imagine. We, at one point in 2021, we had almost 4,600 homes under contract. And, I don't think we'll probably see that for some time to come here. The breakdown of homes for sale by property type. we have existing homes currently at the end of the year, end of December, 1,047 overall existing homes for sale compared to 705 a year ago. So that was a nice jump. 138 new condo, not new, but existing condo townhomes. Our new construction inventory is really growing. We have 1,217 at the end of the year of new construction single family homes, where we only had 953. So, about a 300 unit change there, which is a little bit, makes you a little bit nervous. I would think, if you might be a builder out there, to sit with inventory when the new construction isn't selling at the same pace that we're used to. The last 4 or 5 graphics here, this is just the same information, just showing you kind of where the inventory took off and when it was really above and behind last year. This is all homes for sale. We started out the year with actually fewer homes on the market than we did last year. And once we hit about April, you can see that crossover happened and our inventory started to build. And it really built mostly in the existing homes category and the new construction category. You can see that, again, around mid-April, early May, we started to outpace last year's inventory levels. It's always interesting when you see these little drops there around late August, early September. That's just the way our market is. There are periods of time that you just, the market just slows down a little bit, and that's typically when everybody's back to school and are on vacation. So, the state fair effect, if you want to call it that. This is the existing condo townhome market compared to last year. And this is the one category that has probably done the best as far as keeping pace, at least from October on. In fact, in October, there was a period there where we actually sold or had more homes listed in that condo townhome market category than we did a year ago. But for the most part, it was just such a fast-paced category that we were unable to even keep up with the inventory demands from early 2021, as you can see, all the way till we get to October. Here's the new homes, new construction single-family homes. No doubt that this inventory level is up quite a bit over last year. Like I said, we were about 300 and some homes more on the market, and that's 200 to 300 homes more than we had in 2021 is kind of the pace that we've kept since June. It wasn't quite that dramatic until May, but once end of May hit and early June, we've been right about that 300 more homes on the market in the new construction category than a year ago. New condominium townhomes, again, same kind of thing, where kind of like the other condo townhomes. This is brand new condo townhomes, less inventory as we started the year. Around June, we flipped the switch there and actually saw more inventory. You can see where that's grown almost to 400 homes on the market versus 225 a year ago. So kind of an interesting dynamic we have going on there. So the open house traffic, again, we're going to see open house traffic in 2023 continue to rise. COVID is definitely out of the picture as far as open house traffic, I would say. A lot of these homes, I didn't break it down this week, but a lot of these homes are new construction. However, you know what, we're seeing a lot more single family residential homes coming on the market. So with that, I want to give you a sneak preview of my year-end report. This is a new graphic I'm working on. This is kind of, it's not complete yet, but I'm working on putting together a map of sorts, a heat map showing where the sales are from the Des Moines Area Association of Realtors. And it's kind of hard to see on this one. I'm working on trying to get it set up so I can pull either communities or counties. And the city will be easier. I'll do that here in another graphic that I'll have hopefully by the time I bring out the statewide report. But this just gives you an idea that Des Moines Realtors are selling outside of the Central Iowa real estate market. All those zip codes in green represent at least one sale out in that area, and the darker the graphic gets, the more the sales they are. So as you can kind of see the center of the market there, that dark blue, there's two predominant dark blue spots, Ankeny and West Des Moines Waukee, down there in the left-hand corner of Polk County into western Dallas County. eastern Dallas County. But anyway, it's just kind of interesting to see that we are basically selling homes all across the state, and I think we'll see that trend continue. So with that said, let's I would say come back next week. Should have the first weeks of the weekly show put together for 2023, and also should have the end of the year graphics ready, and that'll come out, like I say, that'll come out in its own little program. I'll record that offline and bookmark that by category, so you can kind of watch it as you want. So that being said, thanks again for joining me every week. My name is Les Sulgrove. This is Simply Des Moines Stats, and be sure and give me a thumbs up on the YouTube video. Be sure and subscribe to my channel. When you subscribe, you will get the notification of any new videos that are dropped, and that would be real important, as we're going to be dropping the 2023 year-end show here any day. With that, thanks again, and we'll talk to you all again next week.